Let's not treat AI as the magic bullet for everything. Okay, there's hard stuff to be done, and that hasn't been done. We need to have an honest conversation about why we don't get sufficient investment. We need,
but that's old-fashioned issues.
Correct.
That goes back to the sort of that goes back to the things that I've been covering since I first became a journalist.
Exactly.
You know, issues of investment in Africa, returns of investments, corruption, the regulation. There's nothing modern and digital about those issues.
But people shouldn't complain when China does the investment.
Right. I think,
you know, and because that's what you're going to see in AI.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't invest, you will see it. Africa will turn to where it can get that investment. So don't complain down the road. That's all I'm saying. We need to be honest about this. We need to see serious investment taking place if we are to realize this opportunity.
and I think that's a completely apt analysis. And I think there's two things one can think about. First, I would advocate for African governments doing more on the demand side to help energize more market-based investment, which I think they can do in two ways. One is the more the public sector, the government moves to the cloud and uses AI, they create the demand that will energize some more free market investment. The more you can aggregate demand, much like the European Union did. If you can build a data center in Kenya and serve 6 countries in East Africa, then it attracts more capital for that data center and the electricity to produce it. But I agree with what Strive is saying. At the end of the day, there is a market imperfection. And the capital, therefore, will flow from China. Right. It will be basically the telecommunications playbook and the Belt and Road playbook modernized for AI, with Chinese subsidies for Chinese hyperscalers, ultimately with Chinese chips, using Chinese AI, and in all probability with African data moving to China. Or we can get the West energized, but I think we have to recognize that that does require development banks, development assistance. I don't really see the private sector meeting that.